Hello, welcome to the Grape Jelly Library, where we love to talk about books. My name is Floss. Some of you know me as Flo. Guess what? I'm gonna tell ya. I finished a little less than a month ago. Stephen King. Pet Sematary. You know what? I am just gonna leave that little faux pas in there. I don't really care. Okay, so I finished Pet Sematary by Stephen King, and I am going to tell you what I thought about it. But first, do you want to know what I'm reading? I'm going to tell you. I'm reading The Most Unusual Haunting of Edgar, LoveJoy. And it looks like this. And I'm going to tell you, after the month that I've had and the people that I have been around, and all the things, I need a little fluff. I need a little fluff in my life. So, doesn't this look super fun? Have any of you out there read this? I know it is super brand new, but some of you might already, have it in your possession. And some of you read way quicker than I do. So comment below. Let me know. Did you read this, or do you plan on reading this? What'd you think? Okay, so let's get to this book. I think when I think of Stephen King, I automatically go to scary. I'm going to be frightened. Oh no, whatever will I do? I am referring to the book It. I haven't read very many Stephen King books, and I'm just going to put this out there. I don't know why I jumped into such a big book for the first time. I'm going to say because a booktuber that I really, really, really enjoyed watching, who is no longer a booktuber anymore, she was reading it, and I was heavily influenced by what she was reading. So I did want to read that, and it just didn't do it for me. It was just too long, and I don't know. If you like, highly recommend it. Did I read it wrong? Was it the wrong time? I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I'll tell you what, I definitely was for this book. Wrong book at the wrong time. I think even though I enjoyed this book, I would have enjoyed it so much more if my life hadn't been so discombobulated at the moment I was reading this. It wasn't chaos when I picked this book up. It turned into extreme chaos, and therefore it was hard for me to keep picking any book up at all. My mind wasn't in read mode, but I was able to get through this. And here's the sad thing. When I first started reading it, I was enjoying it tremendously, finding it very entertaining, very engaging, very well written, not too rambly. As a matter of fact, not rambly at all. But because my picking the book up was sporadic and it was few and far between that I was actually picking it up, I ruined it for myself. If this is a good book, I ruined a good thing on myself. So we have a doctor, Dr. Lewis Creed, and his wife, and their 2 young children. And they move to this locale where there's an older couple who befriend them right from the get-go. And then they kind of give them a little history of the area, the surroundings. And things happen. And then boundaries are tested. Was I frightened? No, not in the least. Is this book supposed to frighten me? Is it? Because, I wasn't. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't ever want to be, in a dark house that it has its creaks. I don't want that. By myself. You know, I don't want that, because yeah, then I'm gonna be frightened. But are Stephen King books supposed to frighten? Because I was not frightened. I was not frightened the entirety of this book. I was entertained. I was I was pleased at this, but I no, was I pleased? No, I'm not. I'm fibbing to you. I wasn't pleased 1,000%, not even 100%, because I thought I was supposed to be frightened, and I wasn't. But let's put that aside. Let's pretend that I'm not supposed to be frightened by this book, and I very well might not, was not supposed to be. But here's the thing that got me. So it says, the most frightening novel Stephen King has ever written. And I beg to differ. I am not in agreement with that. An ominous fate befalls anyone who dares tamper with this forbidden place, as Lewis is about to discover for himself. I just don't see it that way. I wish I hadn't read the book when I read it. I wish that maybe I would have picked it up definitely at another place in time. Maybe I don't know. Maybe next season. I don't know. Because let's just face it, I'm not going to read this stuff during Christmas, and I'm not going to read it after. No, this is like, oh gosh, a fall, winter kind of vibe. So like, yeah, I'm not going to read it in December, but I might have read it in January. No, I probably wouldn't have. I missed my shot, my one and only shot at, I missed my one and only shot at becoming one with this book, because I was so distant from any kind of book in my mind. So did the book fall short for me, or did I fall short for the book? That is the question. Comment below. Let me know, what did you think of this book? Many of you have already commented it was your favorite Stephen King book. And I can't say I haven't read enough Stephen King's. I think this is my third book or my fourth book, but that's besides the point. As I start to read more and more Stephen King, then maybe this book will be one of the few books that I give a reread to. I'm thinking about it in my mind as I'm saying that statement, and who am I kidding? I'm not gonna reread it, because the element of surprise has already been taken away from me. I already know what's coming. I think it was me. I think I could have did so much better for that book. Yeah, I'm gonna take the fall. I'm gonna take the blame for that one. It was my chaotic lifestyle at the time that set this book into a very low rating. 3 on a fright scale, 2. But on a I believe that I was on the right path. I was, but I could have been so much more for this book. I let this book down. I let it down. Boo, boo, floss. Boo. You could have did better. But anyways, okay. What's done is done. It's done. It's over with. We're not gonna, dwell on that. But now we have this one. I don't know. Will I do better for with this book? Will I do better? Will I be a better companion to this book? Will I be everything and more that this book is expecting from me as I expect from it? Who knows? Stay tuned to find out. Should you read Pet Sematary if you haven't already? My answer to that is yes. Yes, read that book. It is a good book. It is. Uh, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I did enjoy turning those pages, but I just felt like, you know what I felt like. I just told you. You know. You know what I'm trying to say. You know. Okay, so guess what? Next video, I needed some retail therapy. I am done with the Read What You Own challenge. I can no longer participate in that. I need to have a little bit of fun. All I do is work, 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 lather, rinse, repeat, work, work, work. And now things are calm, settled. Maybe I can get back to my channel, back to some peace and quiet in my life. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to celebrate and I'm going book shopping. And Lord knows I do not need another book in this house. But what are you going to do? I love buying books. So, yeah, I have a little bit of a book haul. So stay tuned for that. You are going to be quite surprised with my choices because they are all over the map. All over the map. Until we meet again, know that I love you. Be well, be good, be reading.